Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So for Bitcoin, we're still exploring if the low could already be in, because the potential definitely exists. We still need to be very critical about a potential bullish Elliott Wave count and a bullish scenario until we break above 23.3k. It is always the case that when you when you are waiting for a potential breakout to the upside, there were certain requirements need to be fulfilled in the chart to make a breakout confirmed. One is we want to see it in the Elliott Wave patterns. So here in this case, we already can count a wave 1 to the upside in purple, a wave 2 to the downside in purple, a corrective wave which made a higher low, and we could now be in that third wave in purple, where we are looking at the subwaves at the moment. Always bear in mind the subwaves are very fragile. They will be invalidated very often, especially as we're doing here some micro counting on the 1 hour chart. The higher level ones, of course, they are less fragile. They won't get invalidated that easily. And you can see that by looking at this wave 1, 2, that's been on the chart now for a while, for example. So first of all, we need to see the evidence in the Elliott Wave patterns. We also need to see price confirmation above certain structural resistance areas. Certain resistances just need to be broken to get out of these sort of selling areas. Yeah, at the moment we are clearly still in a range, in a selling area where we have not yet taken out those structural resistance levels, which will make it more likely still that we go down. Yeah, this is unfortunately still the case because we are currently in a possible turnaround space. I explained that in the previous video. So for me, the downside potential is still very much there. I have to be focused on the downside because we have not taken out structural resistance, where the first one is 21.7k. And the more relevant one for me is here at 23.3k. Only above that I would consider to make the bullish wave count my primary expectation. However, it is still worth following the bullish wave count because it will tell us at the point of where this gets invalidated, we can be pretty certain that the bullish one has obviously been taken out and doesn't need to be followed anymore. And that will then again on the flip side make the bearish one more likely, but we also take a look at the bearish one in this video. So we've got here a wave 1, a 2 to the downside. That wave 2 consisted of an A, B, C with an overshooting wave B, could not get through this structural resistance level. And we are now exploring if we are here in a wave 3 in purple to the upside. That is pretty much still possible. So we moved up in a wave 1, we came down in a wave 2 within that higher level wave 3, and we explored earlier today the possibility of being in a wave 3, which means we had the 1 and the 2 here, and we started a new 1 consisting of 5 waves. You can see that here, and formed already a wave 2 low, and another 1, 2. Now that 1, 2 is not possible anymore because we came a bit too low. That's not a problem. Scenario hasn't changed really. So I would rather put that wave 5 actually here, completing that higher level wave 1. Yeah, and we are now in a wave 2. That is how it's currently looking like for me, especially as you can nicely actually count 5 waves in this wave 5 here, in yellow. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4 and a 5. Basically same height as the previous one, but absolutely valid. And we could now be in the wave 2 here in red. Yeah. So how low would that wave 2 go? So first of all, what I need to tell you, we can be focused. We can be focused on higher prices as long as we stay above 18.7 or 18,700 and sorry, where are we? And 70, 18,770. That is the low that we must not break. If we break it, then this is not an impulse. Yeah, I mean this is a diagonal, I would say, which is a motive wave, which is similar. It goes also in that. It's fine. We'll don't want to make it too complex. So this can count as a wave 1 at the moment still, and we could be in the wave 2. Looking at the possible retracement levels for that wave 2, we take a look. Key levels here, the 50% fib level, we already bounced off it, so we have certainly a chance to reverse to the upside from here, likely because we had the wave 3 high, a previous swing high here at the same price level, and that is just important resistance. That is the level where we said yesterday, I believe, when we get over this level we'll see a small rally. certainly a rally starting, especially after successful retest. So we had that, we moved up, we retested, and then we had a bit of a rally to the upside all the way up to 20.4, 20.5k. Yeah, bounced off resistance, the resistance area I gave you as well, the wave 1 high. I said this is the next resistance. You can see that red line here, still from the previous videos. So yeah, we broke that resistance and flipped it for support. We moved to the next resistance as you would normally expect it in such a breakout. And that is looking good at the moment, and we might now be coming down in the wave 2. Possible wave 2 is already over, but it could also move a little bit lower. As I said, until we take the 18.77k level out, it can still be a wave 2, but it will just get less likely, especially less likely below the 88.7% fib level, which is at 18.9k. So this will already make it very likely that we also take out the 18.77k. Yeah, so I wouldn't want it to go below the 88.7k level. Ideally, the higher we now start to move back to the upside, the better, the more bullish, because the further you retrace, the more bearish it actually is. But the 50% fib level where we bounced off now, absolutely possible. The 61.8 also, I wouldn't have any problems with that. That is at 19.4k. Yeah, and ideally we bounce off here and move back to the upside. If we don't, it will get a bit critical, especially as you then also take out this trend line here that we had. Yeah, so ideally for a bullish scenario it would be better to not go below 19.4k, but really unlikely that it's still the bullish scenario will be below 18.9k, and invalidated it will be below 18.77k. I think that is pretty much the good summary you can have. From here then, so either from here or from the next fib level, ideally I would want to see a move to the upside, then break above that previous resistance at 20.4k. That will, again, if we turn around, be next resistance, but if we break it, it will probably allow for a rally all the way up to that resistance box here at 21.3 to 21.7k. Wave 3 target, yeah, we need to readjust because wave 1 in red has moved. So we can recalculate target in the bullish scenario from the low here. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, depending on how low the wave 2 will now go. We have here a target of 22.3k. That would then be, so the next wave 3, if it is a wave 3, yeah, let's say the Nasdaq starts green today, the S&P 500 starts good, that could give it the catalyst that it needs to move higher here. At the moment it's all speculation because I think we'll get some impulses, yeah, either way, from the stock market that was obviously closed yesterday in the US. So that will be interesting. So it's worth waiting for that and seeing how the opening is. So at the moment, I think we have a good chance to reverse to the upside from here or from the 19.4k level. Those are the key support levels here that are very relevant now. And then, yeah, we could enter the wave 3. That would be the bullish scenario. As I said, below 18.95k, it will get very unlikely that we are still in the bullish one. And for that, we've got the bearish alternative here on the chart as well, which means that from here at 21.9k, we started to move down. That would have been the peak, indicating that there will be one more lower low in a wave 5 in yellow. And in here, yeah, we could have already seen that is sort of the bearish wave count. We could have seen the wave 1 already, the wave 2. And as I said yesterday, we had here a wave 1 to the downside again, a wave 2, basically a subwave of the red wave 3. And we retraced to an ideal retracement level of the wave 2. So absolutely possible that the wave 2 could have ended here and we bounce further down and we move further down. And again, confirmation that we are in wave 3 in yellow, which would end somewhere here, down there, around 16k actually. Confirmation for that would be if we break below the previous swing low at 18.6k. I think then we can be quite certain that this is the wave count, and then it would unfold with the highest likelihood according to this. Bear in mind, there are never certainties, only probabilities. And at the moment, unfortunately, we are in a turnaround space, in a range where the market has to decide into which direction does it break out and into which direction, you know, and then based on that we can follow one of these wave counts more clearly. Yeah. So yeah, so far, I mean, it has followed everything we wanted it to do, Bitcoin. Yeah, it got into my target area below 28.6k. We did not substantially break below 20k, at least not yet. And we have a possible reversal point here. It's just not clear if it is happening yet. For that, again, we want to get clarity, ideally above 23.3k. All right, and that is my view about Bitcoin here at the moment. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.